Hello, hello, and welcome to the themoannaadams podcast, where we talk all things travel, wellness, and teenage girl. I'm your host, Moana, a full-time travel teen. I have a great episode for you this week, so let's get into it. Hello, hello. I feel like I haven't recorded in forever. I think it's been over a month since I recorded, which is crazy. But I'm back, I'm recording, and I'm going to try to be more consistent with recording. I know my putting episodes out is very consistent, minus the one break I took a few weeks ago. But my recording is not consistent, so I want to get better at that. But we're back at recording. I'm excited. And I was actually particularly excited today to record because I got a new mic. My aunt got it for me, and I was very excited to use it until I went to use it, and I don't have the right cord for it because my computer does not have a USB plug, and we have an adapter for it. We just don't know where it is, so we have to find it. Because the reason we can't find it is because we're in a new house. So RV trip is over. It's been over for about a month now. 48 states, 48 weeks. Checked off, and we bought a house. My parents surprised us on Christmas Eve, and we were already talking about getting a house, and we weren't sure exactly what we were gonna do. They found this house, and it's perfect for us. So we are in the process of moving everything. The RV is sitting in the driveway, and we are moving everything from the rig into the house, slowly. And it's a lot, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to go in and out, and things are getting lost very easily. So we had to find that. And I also wanted to have a new intro, because I know the current intro. It's not great. That was the first thing I ever edited on my own. It's very echoey. I need to work on it. I know some more tricks and things in Adobe Audition now. So, and I would like to change it up a little bit because I'm not traveling full-time anymore. So, hopefully by next week, if not then, the week after, definitely by February, we're going to have a new intro. Audio quality is going to be way better because we got a new mic with a pop cover, which, if you don't know what that is, the pop cover protects you from, this sound. Ready? Headphones. Just turn your volume down really quick. So when you say things like people popping popcorn, you should have heard a odd sound, so the pop cover helps with that. Anyway, very excited about all these things. There's lots happening right now in my life. I'm back in school, and I'm starting a new job and continuing the podcast. This month is January. I'm doing one reel a day on the podcast Instagram, so if you're not following the podcast Instagram, go check it out, because by the end of January, you're going to have 31 or 30 days worth of content. Let's see. Hold on. My calendar's right here. 31. You're going to have 31 new reels on there that are fresh for the new year. And then in February, I am working on something. I just hit the seatbelt. I'm working on something for February that I'm very excited to share with you, but I can't share yet. And I'm very excited for it. So I'm not going to say anything else. I'm very bad at keeping things like that under wraps. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But get excited for it, because I am very excited for it. And I'm still fleshing out some of the stuff, but it's going to be great. So let's get into the actual episode, because we got a lot today. Today we're talking about vision boards. I had this idea a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to do a Make Your Vision Board With Me episode, but every time I went to record, while I was making my own vision board, I wasn't able to focus on what I wanted to put on my vision board. I was too busy talking to you. So I went ahead and made mine. And then we're going to talk through it right now. But I wanted to have it ready and done and focus on making my own vision board with myself. And then I can talk about it. Just because trying to do both at the same time I thought would be really fun, but it was actually more difficult than I thought it would be. So, today we're talking about vision boards. Let's do our segments really quick. Where am I? At the new house. We've been going back and forth between mom and dad's, and we're not quite sure what the schedule's going to look like going back and forth yet. But this week we're at the new house, and we're moving stuff out of the rig. We're going hiking tomorrow, and so that's where I am. I'm grateful for hot showers because it's been cold, and I have been taking really long, warm showers now that we're back in a house, so there's like basically unlimited hot water, and it's so nice. I have always loved really long showers, so now it's nice to like be able to take my time and not rush and rinse out my conditioner in ice cold water. And for my I am currently loving Pride and Prejudice. I have to read this book for school. I've never read it before. I've never seen any of the movies. So I'm excited to read it. It's actually very good. However, because the language is older, I sometimes have trouble understanding things. And so I've been reading it while also listening to it. There's like a audiobook one on YouTube. And the woman who reads it, she's really great. And she speaks in a British accent, which makes it like 1,000 times better. So that's what I'm currently loving. The book's really good so far. I'm very excited for the next six weeks. Or, I guess now it's not 6 weeks. It's like 4 weeks left in the unit, and I'm very excited. Alright, let's get into the bulk of the episode, because this is going to be a lot. First of all, I suggest that you listen to this while you make yours, because it might help, or like right before you do it, so like it's fresh in your head. And this whole episode is based off a card, like a small infographic card that my mom gave me that she got from an event. It's from the Edge agency. I honestly don't know what that is, but she gave it to me and was like, if you need a quick episode at some point, this has a ton of great stuff on it. It might be good to make an episode about. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, ooh, I could do a make vision board with me. And then I was trying to do that. It didn't work. But that's what the episode's based off. So what is a vision board? First of all, it's a piece of artwork. And it's a piece of art. It's a collection of things that you are manifesting. It's what you want your life to look like. It's what your dream life would look like. And it's a collage of all these pictures and quotes and whatever else you want to put on it. And it just helps you visualize yourself in your dream life and the life that you're building. It can be physical, digital, or both. It's best if it is physical, but I like to keep pretty much everything digital because I'm going back and forth between the houses, and it's just more minimal and concise for me. I really wanted to do a physical one this year, but I don't have magazines and things, and I don't have a printer that works. All of the printers that I have access to are broken. So I did multiple digital ones. I made one, and then I was like, ooh, but this is not enough pictures. I need more. So I made another one, and it's just really fun to do, honestly. I really enjoy it. So that's kind of what a vision board is. And the reasons you should make one, like I said, it helps visualize a future that you want. And it also helps attract what you want and attract that dream life that you're trying to build. It's visualization, manifestation, and it's attracting that energy. So let's get into some supplies really quickly, what you need. First of all, set the mood. Music, podcast, good food, fresh fruits, chocolate, pizza, good drinks. My favorite is like a warm tea or like a hot chocolate with coffee in it, or a mocktail. I am obsessed with mocktails. They are very big on Instagram right now, and they're all so beautifully done and look absolutely delicious. And then you can do this alone or with a friend or a group of friends. There's vision board parties, or you can do it just yourself. And then physical, actual making supplies, pen and paper, a cork board or a poster board or a blank Canva board. I like to do mine on Canva, and I use a phone wallpaper sized and a desktop wallpaper sized one. So I have one for each. And then magazines, a printer, Google, Pinterest, phone / your laptop, whatever you need to access your photos, scissors, glue, and tacks. And then let's do the step-by-step on how you're going to do this. So, like I said, set the mood, gather your supplies, and then plan. I need a plan before I do it, so you can use the back of your poster to plan it out, whatever you need to do, but focus on writing first. Before you go getting scissors and magazines and paper, just write down, use the back of your poster, or I don't know, just write these things down. First of all, write down how you want to feel, right? Focus on 5 senses, recognize every single one of your senses. What do you want to be eating? What do you want to smell like? What do you want your home to smell like? Those senses are what help you romanticize things. So what do you think will help you get there? And write down some keywords and themes that you really want to channel on your board and that really help you in your head understand this is what I want. And make sure that you are being specific. Specific? I think that's how you say that. I don't know anymore. Each photo should have a meaning behind it. So, for example, on my own board, I'm going to pull it up really quick. I have a photo of vegetables in a grocery store, like on a shelf, and they're all green. And that's because I want to specifically include more green vegetables in my diet because I don't get enough. And it also has some herbs and things on there. So that's kind of like what it makes me think of, and I know in my head, like, that's what that is for. Or, for example, there is a picture of a girl holding ice skates, and that's because I really want to learn how to ice skate pretty well this year. Another thing is there's a bowl of ice cream, and that is because I want to be okay eating ice cream when I feel like eating ice cream, and okay being done eating ice cream when I'm done eating ice cream. And then there's also some other ones, like there's a girl in a beautiful floor-length red dress, and she has a bouquet of flowers in her hand, and she's pulling up her dress to show her shoes, and it's a pair of Converse. So that's kind of just like that's just something that's important to me. There's a picture of water, like a glass of water, and vitamins, because I want to learn what vitamins I specifically need and get into the habit of taking them. So those are just a few examples of things that you might want to write down. And then dream big. Anything you put on this board will become a reality. Get in that mindset. I'm putting this on this board and it will become reality. Period. No questions about it. And then also write down your areas of life and give each a goal or different notes for each one. So what really helps me to do this is making a Pinterest board. And you can put sections on a Pinterest board. So I give each one of these things a section. So body, mind, spiritual, career, education, relationships, family, friends, romantic, whatever it is, finances, and fun. Fun is like random. And I like to go on Pinterest, like I said, and fill in photos for each one of these. So for my body, like I said, I might be doing the vegetables or climbing. And then, or maybe it's vitamins and drinking more water. For my mind, I might be journaling or meditating. For spiritual, career, I might be focusing on the podcast, getting my first job, education, graduating, reading more, relationships, spending more time with friends and family, that kind of thing. Finances, building my wealth, and then fun. For me, it's skydiving and getting a tattoo. Those are the things that I put on mine. And so find your photos and look in your own camera roll. Find photos that you've taken that have meaning behind them and that you want to continue to have in your dream life. For example, the vegetable picture. I took that photo in a grocery store in Boston, and it's just a normal shelf of vegetables. And I just turned the exposure down so it looks a little bit more aesthetic and took the picture, and I used my own picture on my own vision board. Or put pictures of, like a candid picture of you and your friends on there because you want to spend more time with them. Next, go ahead and print, cut, download all your photos. And lay them out on the board and see how they fit, rearrange them however you want, and glue those babies down, and then you have your vision board. So it's pretty simple, but what do you do with it? now that you have it, and how can you make it a reality? First of all, put it somewhere you're going to see it very often. I have one of my vision boards on my phone, on the screen when I turn it on. And then I have another one on my Google Chrome. So anytime I open a new tab, it pops up. And that's probably my favorite place to keep it because the photos are very big and I open a new tab constantly. I have about 1 billion tabs and tab groups on my laptop. So that definitely helps. And then it's also nice to, if you have a physical one, put it in your room, put it by your desk, put it somewhere where it's very easily seen. And then also allow yourself to have room to grow. So you don't necessarily need to leave blank space, but it might be leaving blank space on there. Or if you did it on a cork board, then you can remove photos if something no longer motivates you or it just doesn't sit with you anymore and it doesn't motivate you at all. Take it off or cover it up and replace it with something new that does. Or if you have a new goal, add it in. It's a collage. You can stack things on top of each other and just add them. Another thing is make a new one at least once a year, if not every 6 months. Right? We're revisiting and looking at it. Is this really something that I want? Is this really important to me? I have the ice skates, for example. If I get to my 16th birthday, which is in June, so that's in 6 months, and I'm like, ice skating is not a priority. I didn't enjoy it. I don't really want to do it anymore. I can take that off and replace it. What if I'm like, I want to hike more. I want to swim more instead. Or maybe it's something completely different. I can put that in and take those off or cover them up and let the board grow with you. So that's pretty much all I have. Vision boards are a very trendy thing right now. And honestly, I think it's one of my favorite trends. And I know the year just started, but it's a really great one because I think it's very positive, it's very motivating, and it's something that anybody can do. If you have access to the internet, which you do because you're listening to this podcast, you can make a vision board. Canva is free, Pinterest is free, Google is free. Go make a vision board. You literally have zero excuse not to make one. Look at it every single day. At least once a week, look at it. And I don't mean just glance at it. I mean really look at it. Look at each picture, not necessarily each picture individually, but like pay attention to each one and how it makes you feel and let it motivate you and excite you so that you can start building your dream life. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to give this podcast a rate and review, as well as follow me on all my socials linked in the show notes. Don't forget to drink some water, and I'll talk to you later.